Welcome back to the cows. No. 3, 2. Summer Games Fest is happening soon. But are you going to be surprised? Let's find out. Guys, this is a cow's opinion. And today we did look at Tom Ivan's article, but we're going to do this one over at VG Charts because the pop-ups on Video Game Chronicle were just, it was too much. It was too many pop-ups. You saw they had pop-up at the top and the bottom, and I did not like that. You could barely see the article. So, Summer Games Fest is happening this Friday, but Jeff Keighley, who is the host and creator of that which slew E3, despite what he said, it's not like he wanted it to, it just happened because, it did, is going to be not the huge number of surprises because it's going to be mainly focused on already announced games that are coming out this year. As per the Video Game Chronicle article, one of the things you'll see with this show this week is we really tried to program some unexpected things from smaller teams and independent studios into the show, as well as alongside some big blockbuster games and franchises that you will see in the show as well. I think that it's generally going to be a little quieter this summer in terms of crazy new announcements and shocking surprises and things like that. He continues to say things like, there will definitely be new announcements, but the show is largely focused on, I think, existing games that have new updates for fans, just in terms of level setting. Game Awards is a lot of usually big surprises and big new reveals. This show is it's largely focused on announced stuff. There are absolutely new game announcements throughout the show, but just to level set, it's not all brand new stuff. It tends to be things coming out later this year. And there are all things that were announced that will come out later this year that we haven't announced yet. But this is not a show that has a lot of, coming out in 2026 or 2027, or teasers for games that are years and years out. I'm trying to think, every time is different, but that's generally what I would say just in terms of expectation setting. Now, it's coming out this Friday, 2 o'clock Pacific time, 5 o'clock Eastern, 10 p.m. in the UK. And you can watch it on YouTube and Twitch. It's going to be 2 hours, and it's going to be followed by the usual weirdness that is the Devolver Direct. It's one of the many shows that is trying to fight for their piece of the pie. So this other original article in Video Games Chronicles also goes into a little stuff. So he said you can get big updates on things for Power World. Atlas is going to discuss the new Metaphor Refantazio. Capcom's going to show off Monster Hunter Wilds. But there's not going to be a new trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. And that if you're speculating things for, Kingdom Hearts 4, you're setting yourself up to failure. And I did see that earlier this week on Twitter. Jeff's like, I don't know who said that. It's not happening. The Wolf Among Us 2 won't be on the show. And despite recent speculation, there are no plans for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. He also doesn't tell you how many games will be on the show. It's always hard when we get into numbers because then people start to guess about how many announcements there are, how many games. It's hard to say. There are a lot of games. In this show, there are kind of shorter moments on a bunch of games. There's not like one game we show for 15 minutes or something like that. It's really a sampling of a bunch of different games across the industry. So that probably means more games as opposed to fewer, but it's really an eclectic mix of games across the whole industry. So, the cow's opinion on this is, first of all, I love Summer Games Fest. I think it's really fun. But I think that he's trying to adjust things based on feedback that he has gotten about, how do we really need to waste time on stuff that's not coming out for years and years? More likely, this is a direct consequence of the feedback from the Game Awards. So, Keighley was doing his Game Awards, and there was a lot of feedback because they didn't do a significant number of awards on the award show. They just, oh, by the way, this guy won. But you didn't get to see them, celebrate them. And also, look, Kojima was there. I love Kojima. I really love Kojima. But Kojima was there to tease a game that had maybe 45 seconds of talking head demo footage. Didn't show you gameplay, didn't really explain anything. And then he and Jeff Keighley were up there for 15 minutes. And Jeff's a really good friend with Kojima, and it's fine. But they took 15 minutes for him to talk about a game that is years from even being shown in final playable state. And people were just like, man, why didn't the people who won awards get to talk? Why is it these weird games that are not, these are great games, Some of these games aren't coming out for years. Why are we talking about them? So I think he's trying to like set expectations, and I think he's trying to also take that criticism to heart and make it better. Because whether he intended it or not, he is now the big name game show. Summer Games Fest and the Video Game Awards are the biggest stuff. And I, for one, am looking forward to it, guys. Is there anything you're looking forward to? I'll let you know. I'm hoping that we get to see some Dragon Warrior 3, but it's rumored that that might be the Nintendo Direct that's coming out later this month. I'm not sure. So we will have to wait and see. I would love some more RPGs. I'd love some more action games. Maybe a shooter or two. I don't know. But what do you hope to see at Summer Games Fest? Let me know in the comments below. And you know what else you can do? You can play more games. Games are awesome. You deserve awesome. And I'll see you some next time. Man, it starts during my work hour. I'm going to have to try to behave and not watch during work because I don't want to get in trouble.